Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Cacti number 14 today. This is the second to last one on this sheet. So tomorrow's will be the final cacti on this sheet. And then we'll start another one the day after. So we're going to do a shallow bowl today. And we've got a main structure, just an oval for the body of the cacti. And we're going to do some gravel here today because a lot of cacti sit in very, very shallow soil and have gravel on them to stop them from drying out too quickly. We've got some little projections like fingers coming out of the cacti. Again, you can do these a bit more randomly if you want to, make them different sizes. And out of those, we're going to put some tiny little, because a lot of cacti flowers have a little stalk on the end. And then we're going to do some spiky flowers like that. I know that's quite pale, but I just wanted to keep it quite pale. And we're going to have some showing from the top, like that. Little stalk. Maybe some pointing down like that. Some slightly on the side. So vary them to make the image a little bit more interesting than just doing them all the same like that. Okay, so that's the drawing part done. Let's look at the painting part. So water and palette. The main body of the cacti is going to be yellow, but I'm going to use a lemon yellow like we used yesterday on the pot, the cool yellow. And I'm just going to use that on the main body of the cacti. Again, rub out the pencil lines if you feel you would rather see less of them. But do that before you start painting because you can't do it afterwards. So this is lemon yellow. And you find that this is a colour that's quite prevalent in cacti. There's very few cacti with a stronger yellow colour. The cadmium yellows and the gamboge yellows that I've been talking about. So we're going to do the pot, an orange, well no, maybe we won't because we've got orange and red on the one on the left here. So I'm going to do it a grey colour. Change my mind. So grey blue. So I've just mixed a bit of blue with a bit of grey or black if you haven't got grey. And there's the pot. And if you just put a little suggestion of a rim at the back like that, and then once that's dry, we'll put our gravel in there. Okay, I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush and I'm going to do the flowers a sort of lime green colour. And to make that, you can take any of your greens. Let's try this one for a change. Can you see that one there? This is what they call a hooker's green. I haven't got any clean spots on my palette. I'm just going to pop it just in a gap. And I'm going to add some lemon yellow to it. And hopefully we'll get a very acid. The lemon yellow is really good for mixing like acid green colours. So here we go. Now I think this brush might be a bit big. Yes, it is. Right, I'm just going to get a smaller brush And if I've got my brush full of colour already, I might as well use that to paint my flowers. So I left this pencil line quite strong so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But like I said, if you need to rub it out a bit before you start painting, then do that. Just paint those little flowers in this acid green colour, and you can even do the stalks as well, like that. I hope you're all well. Send me a message, send me some pictures. I've put them on my Facebook page, which is Julianne Sheridan if you're on Facebook. And I've had some brilliant pictures being sent in, and they might help you to visualize some of your own cacti, because you can follow me every day and watch me paint mine, but there's no reason why you shouldn't paint your own cacti. Make up your own forms. Now I'm going into the gravel at the bottom. So I've just got a very pale purple colour. I'm just going to put that in the bottom there like that. And while it's still wet, I'm going to take a little bit of black or grey or something dark and just dot in some of that colour. And what it'll do is it'll spread a bit, but it'll leave a nice texture and make it feel a bit gravelly. Okay. In the centre of some of the flowers, I'm going to take my detail brush, and because it's been standing in water, I'm going to just wipe it off a little so it's not too wet. And I'm going to take a bit of orange. How are we doing for time? 8 minutes. And I'm going to put a little dot in the middle. Now you won't see that one because it's pointing up, but you might see a little bit at the top. That one you'll see. You definitely won't see that because it's sort of inside, and that one like that. Okay. And we're going to put some stripes on this cacti. Now it's dried a little bit, we can get away with it. And let's do some, I'm going to do yellow, and I'm going to use a cadmium yellow. If you want to make your stripes a little bit more dramatic, then use a different colour. Start with the middle one, which would be straight, and then bend them slightly. Do you remember we did it earlier on in one of the other cacti, where we changed the shape and made it more curvy as it went out, like that? And that will give you form. It'll make the cacti feel more three-dimensional. How are we doing? 109. Couple more, one more minute, and then we'll be done. And that's a bit wet down there still, so it's bleeding a little bit. So maybe I should have dried that off, but it's all right. I'm not worried about it. And you can also do the same stripes on the top, on these ones, if you'd like to. But obviously not as many. Down the middle, and then a slight curve. Down the middle, and then a slight curve. And so on, until you're done. And there we are. I think that's more or less it. Thanks for joining in, everybody. See you tomorrow for the final one on this sheet. And don't forget to go and look at my YouTube channel and like and subscribe and send me messages and blah, blah, blah. Share, share, share. Okay. Have a good day. Bye for now.